Good morning, everybody. It is January 9th. I think it's January 9th. And it's January 9th. So that's 1 and 9 is 10, and 7 is 17, which is an 8. And we're just going to get right to it. I think we're going to start keeping it a little bit more simpler. We're just going to go like this, and then we're just going to pick this card right there. And that'll be the one on the bottom. Simple. Baby steps. So we've got some really big action on the sun, and it is ramping up. So solar maximum is in, I think, the last paper I saw on it was 3 days ago from Suspicious Observers. Actually, he just rebroadcasted the paper, and it wasn't his, but he's keeping an eye on it. Anyway, June of 2025. So from now till then, we've still got the 5.9 month cycle, but we're going to be seeing a steady increase in sun activity between now and then. So, meanwhile, the magnetosphere is leaving the building. Okay, baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Just by coincidence. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling. Start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. Many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find yourself living in harmony is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small. Put one foot in front of the other. Do one thing every day. Break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slow. This can cause frustration. You can expect a faster pace of manifestation and give up before the seeds begin to sprout. But like the other card says, trust the timing. We're not running out of time. We got years, literally. So, but we need to start now, start small. It's time to opt for consistency over urgency. So don't be worried, don't be scared. Just start taking steps every day to enable life when conditions are inimical. Which means there is no electricity. Okay? Prepare for that. Of everything you take from what I say, listen to that one. Okay. And that is time for Lost Lands. This is what we don't see coming. What's that say? Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So, and I totally believe that, because as old souls, which many of us are, we are right at the end of a 12,000 year cycle. We've probably done this many times. And you know what? Humanity is still here, you guys. That means it survived every one of those 12,000 year cycles. And if you look back at all the megalithic ruins, some of which we cannot duplicate today, we had pretty high technology back then too. And here we go. The world is far more ancient than our documented history suggests. Look at the theme today, eh? As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation, or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared. This card is calling you to consider you have done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis, Avalon, and Ayar Vayarta, whatever that is. I believe that's the East Indian legends of Agartha. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your own soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands. So we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. Dream a new world. Just dream it. Yes. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and gifts from lifetimes past. And there's your affirmation. I unlock any forgotten wisdom and soul gifts from lifetimes past. And that, my friends, is it for today. Have a beautiful day. Be well. We'll talk tomorrow.